to Radiant 33. We've got 21 players in our Radiant today. But welcome everybody. Good morning to our friends on the Americas. Good afternoon to Europe. Good evening to Asia. Welcome, regardless of where you are, to Radiant 133. Today I'm joined by Hutch. Welcome so much to the stream today.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Hush, and let's do this. Let's have fun, and let's see who has the most radiant of them all.
So true. I'm really excited for the tournament today. We've got some top names. We've got Akma's our number one seed today. M85 number two seed. We've got those two players are always really fun ones to watch. So we'll be really excited to see how our matches in this tournament play out.
Yeah, it's whether it be Cove Holden or Derpy who wins which.
Derby Hughes Hugh. They're doing the My Little Pony bit, but uh, But we're going to be starting. We've kind of had a few matches off stream today, just due to some little technical difficulties. But we're going to be starting stream today in our winners quarterfinals. Hopefully pretty soon here. But we're just kind of working through some technical issues, and we're excited now to finally be able to bring the stream to you.
Yeah, let's see who is going to reach the finals and the semis. But before that, we're gonna go to other qualifiers. So shall we start the match?
I think um I think we're going to be starting in just a little bit here. Take time to look at these players. We've got Covolden X plus, and Hughes our X strike right now. Very close to X plus actually.
Yeah,
We've
actually,
got
and Cove here is X plus 143 APM, comparing it to Derpy with 141 APM, only 2 APM difference. What can you say about that?
APM. You always know you're in for a good match when both players show that they can send the same amount of pressure. That's when matches look good, and it's interesting to see that kind of a. It's interesting to see APM be that similar when players are playing at very different speeds, right? We've got Go Holden here, profile average 3.2 versus Hughes 2.7. Half a piece a second difference is a lot, and it's always interesting when you can see players have the same amount of pressure giving out, but working on different levels of speed. And so I think we're going to be starting this match in just a second here. We're going to be going into a warm-up. The first warm-up of Radiant 133.
Good luck, have fun to all players, and let's start in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
And here they are. He's working on something. I feel like I've seen this before, but I don't have a name to put to it.
Cove actually is doing a fractal, and Derpy is just trying to downstack and finds a downstack, gets a T-spin single, stacks up, sets up with a TSD, but Cove here is trying to pressure him.
You had a really good
Trying to
down stack after Ko's just really strong attack. The down stack was really good to be able to stop, and specifically because that attack was a lot of cheese, it was really good to be able to stop that attack from coming in.
But Cove here with a TST tower and plus gets a downstack, but sends so much clean line to Derpy at the moment.
Those clean lines didn't matter a ton because actually it was perfect for Hugh there because you want those lines. Those lines were to come in as clean. You delayed Plunk to take them and then had a PSD over a quad to be able to finish it out.
And Derpy now gets the warm-up match.
Minute
So
long
now
warm up, longer than you usually see. Maybe a sign that we're in for some long matches here, which I always love to see.
yeah, I always love to see that also.
We're getting in right away now to our first of 7 match, winners quarterfinals. We'll see who takes lead here. This is our 5 and 4 seed, so it's hard to get much closer in terms of skill than this.
It's SDPC versus Stick Spin right off the bat, and both players are reading each other.
The Tetris Classic, we got SDPC versus Stick, we got some flonking. we've got players typing in-game chat. You'll it's a Tetris
They're just
classic.
waiting for each other to send. Oh my god. What a hilarious
Everyone's
move.
gonna be the one who has to send first because the T's are closer in the queue. Q's got like some room to work with, but they just do not want to play. Gonna have to play. Oh my god.
But Cove now holds the T-piece and holds it again.
His T needs to go later in the queue, but like, okay, there we go.
Still choking now. We're going to start the first round of the match, guys.
I've searched to start, and now it's dude, Tetris classic.
Just waiting for each other to send lines. Classic.
In the 913 on Cove's side.
Derpy now with some trouble and gets knocked out by Cove. Gets 1-0 on the board.
First point of the match. It is an early O, so we might be looking at some funny business again here.
We'll see it's DPC versus Stick again. And now they're doing it once more, waiting for each other to send lines.
Alright guys, I'm going back to bed. Good night.
Just pure comedy as of this moment. Just two gods of Tetris just waiting for each other to send lines.
It's an interesting decision. I don't know, one of them's gonna have to go first. And
Yeah,
burning up
actually.
the T, that'd actually be like a... It's tough because, right, when no players have garbage, oh, okay. And that's
Wait,
gonna be damaging.
cool.
Who sees that?
Cove gets unlucky with the RNG and gets knocked out by Derpy. Well,
That,
at least
that wasn't RNG, that was just being bad at the game. I gotta keep it about 50. That was just like skill issue trying to plunk too hard. It had like 7 misdrops.
Yeah, plus there was no T and Q. I think they just used it earlier. So it looks like my partner just disconnected because of technical issues, but we're going to still continue this commentary. Oh, he's back.
I'm alive, I just
So-
had a minor issue.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. So now Cove getting pressured on the top of the board, but gets a down stack, gets two TSDs with... I couldn't see actually the combo because I turned the combo counter off, but Derpy now gets some cheese.
Code's looking at a surge, I already had 8. It's starting to get dangerous half aboard.
It's getting scary now. B2B by 13.
That's 14,
Breaks
it's gonna be enough, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be enough. Sooner or later.
You had
it's
a little
gonna
bit of messiness in the top, and that was just like... It was too hard to come back from that level of mess.
be- Yeah, actually, it's really scary to get those kinds of spikes. Cove now with a really high stick spin.
He was staring at some ways to try and hold that surge there, just did not work out. Had to burn that early.
Yeah, but now, God, Derpy gets pressured, and now we have a 3-1 score in favor of Cove.
Yeah, it's interesting to see. I definitely don't expect this to be a decisive match. Alright, he's figuring things out. It burned that off in a pretty smart way. Able to get
Yeah.
into that hole. Yeah, desperately needs a well. There it is.
But Derpy gets the down stack already. Also gets a
All the way
quad.
back down. A bad board state from Co's side. Probably a misdrop, but I didn't quite see it. Caused him to have to burn that surge early. But now it's just burning.
Even if he
Don't
burned it,
have
he
enough
still
then.
has a ×9 B2B on his on their board. Actually, Derpy
send it
getting
up at
so much
12.
pressure.
Probably not the right decision to set it that early because it didn't kill. And I don't
Yeah.
think it had a chance of killing.
Derpy getting pressure right now, but gets the down stack ready.
Oh, and that's strong. If he was faster there, I think there could have been a way out, but not at that speed.
Yeah, it's too fast and too much pressure going on the side of Cove.
You take too long, your opponent gets their next attack off, and all of a sudden that theoretically survivable down stack is just like there's no way.
And that's actually true. Now Derpy getting so much pressure. Couldn't cancel those lines, so now Cove gets a 5-1 deficit.
I've been starting to run away with it.
He actually could, but it's really hard at these speeds. This
Yeah,
level
we're
of Tetris.
seeing Steak versus SDPC spin again. And it's bedtime. Alright. There we go. There's the spins.
Cove gets the donation of a Kadon and then pressures Derpy into a 6-1 match point. Who do you think is gonna win at this point, Willie?
Well, it's hard to say that there's any. It's hard to say. Or it's hard to put good odds in it being Q. I'm surprised it's been this decisive so far. Based on what I know about these two players. Oh, that well spawns in the wrong spot though. Cove able to get down to it though.
But Cove getting the down stack and Derpy also getting a down stack with a quad TSS and gets another score.
At the perfect time. Cove had a little bit of messiness. It was the right time to send, and that send came in perfectly.
That is true, and now we're going to see another DPC versus Stick.
It comes to not getting served there, breaking it off at 3.
Derp need to find some answers here. Break Surge. Doesn't
Going
all
to get a
spin.
multiplier there for 20.
Derpy does a prophecy, but is getting pressured so hard, and that is game.
Yeah, a quick 7-2. I really didn't expect that match to be as decisive. Right, both with how close both of those players are in terms of just like their like skill level and all that. It surprises me seeing that quick of a match go off between them.
Yeah, also their stats didn't go really far off within each other. The only thing that the only thing that has a gap between them is only like what 2 points or a decimal point on their stats, but there's nothing really significant on both parties to get a really good advantage.
Really, like the players, it's hard to imagine, but like the players are kind of like playing similarly, but who was just like, it's hard to even say, but like in the right place at the right time, had the attack when they needed it, had the pressure when they needed it, and was ready to go when it was needed.
Yes, and also the efficiency of both players are really good, so it's really hard to tell who's gonna win that match.
We got Cove back here because we're moving into our top 8 already. So we got a good amount off stream. We were able to move in right away. We're going to be moving into our first 11, our first to 11 with Ahmed, Cove, Golden. And this is a match that is hard to imagine will be close. You got like a 40 APM gap and a half a second, more than a half a second speed gap. It's hard to see Cove putting up a solid chance of winning. Obviously, we've seen some crazy things here, and so it could happen. But Akma is obviously our strong favorite to win this one here.
Yeah, also there is almost a 1000 TR gap between these two players.
It's what happens when you're at the top. You start running away from people pretty strong.
In actuality, yes. They have also a 40 APM gap with also about 6.60 PPS gap with a VS score of a gap of with Cove having 30 VS score higher than Akma.
Mhm. But yeah, right now we're just waiting for our players to get into the room. That'll happen soon. And we'll be off into the match.
So Willie, before the match starts, do you have any predictions with this match or any comments with the upcoming match on hand?
Yeah, so I mean, right, Aqua is kind of a one seed here and is the strongest by a pretty considerable margin. We'll be getting into a warm up in just a second, so we'll get to see a preview kind of what we have in store here. And just as I say, here is our warm up.
Yeah, here is our warm up. Now let's start with a good old opener. COVID's favorite stick spin, but misdrops two pieces. That's gonna be a really scary.
On that is just beautiful. What is that spin?
Ice spin.
What am I watching?
Whoa, that's so weird. I couldn't even tell that he was playing that game normally.
That was beautiful.
Is that considered normal? I don't think so, man. At high level?
I don't think anything about Akma's play is normal. Akma's like really good at the game. It doesn't surprise me seeing that level of play come out.
Considering he is the number one player of Singapore. There's no question about it, man.
And our number one seed in the tournament today, and an unfortunate misdraft from COVID is gonna put some need for quick recovery on this.
Instantly gets the two quads. Akma, really bad position, and gets the very good finish from Cove. Gets a 1-0.
Yeah, Akma just on the wrong footing there, coming into that end of that first point.
Akma trying to get a donation, gets an all spin, another all spin, gets a quad.
Screwed back at 3 though, it's not getting the surge advantage.
Yeah. Cove gets a middle Kaidan.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Akma playing with some cheese does very much all spin.
Missed a spin there. Found it later though, sending a quick forward 4 as soon as it was made.
Both players dishing out 3 PPS.
Yeah, Akma's going a bit fast though. It's having kind of a hard time with fish drops in this match. So kind of evidence that Akma might be going a little bit faster than he's used to, a little bit faster than he's comfortable with.
Well, if you're playing in Radiance, you need to be very comfortable with what you're doing.
Indeed so.
Cove doesn't get the Trinity on the bag.
You'll see though, Akma very proficient with all spins here. We'll just we'll find spins in places you would never think to see them coming.
I can also see that with a 15B2 back-to-back, but instantly breaks it just to defend and finishes Cove off 1-1.
It was an interesting play. It was big enough for that surge to be both a defensive surge, but then had a good amount left over to come on the attack. And when you have a surge big enough to do that, it's nice because if you're in a bad position, it basically takes you from a bad position to all of a sudden you are like in the stronger position.
Yeah, because of the residue of the other back-to-back lines.
Yep, Akma's struggling a little bit with that.
But still KO's Cove. Still KO's Cove with that struggle that you said.
Yep, was able to get it in, which is good.
It's SDPC versus stick spin all over again, but this time there is no waiting for the other player to send.
Indeed so, and that's a really good down stack from Akma. I know he's sending some cheese.
Gets the middle game perfect clear.
Oh, what is
But
that? What is that? What is
Akma,
that? Yikes.
that is a very ugly missed job, but we couldn't do anything about it. That's just how it is sometimes.
Yeah, I just didn't get the dash over on that S piece, and then because of that, the I piece also then went in the wrong spot. It goes down in the lead 3-2. Aqua's really, you can see, if you can see that Aqua's play here is really plagued by struggles with holding back to back and stuff like that, or not even struggles back to back, struggles with misdrops.
Yeah, I can clearly see the misjobs of Akma right now is getting to his gameplay, but is trying to survive this pressure that is being given by Cove right now.
Yeah, if something happens and Aqua doesn't win the match, it'll probably be due to those misdrops, so we'll see.
But we can't doubt him for sure because remember, he is the number one seed in this tournament.
Yeah, it would be foolish to doubt Aqua here. But you can see Ko's putting up a strong fight, so
Cove with a little bit of misjobs. And Akma having a B2B of 7 going to 10.
yeah, Silent by the time he
11.
finished that statement, it was at 11, which is crazy.
Actually, it's so fast that my mouse can't even keep up with the speed of these two players. Now we're going into round 6. 3-3 on the board. We have an all score.
75 sure that's a strong attack that will come with a lot of cheese, but Aqua defends some of it. Interesting decision to burn that off at 6 there. I don't think that was right, but Aqua will be looking to build that back-to-back up again pretty soon here. Already at 4.
Cove trying to burn some cheese, gets a T-spin double, but misdrops. These misdrops, man, they can be just called the misdrops of death at this point.
Indeed so, and Aqua's ability there to send off a surge in the middle of another strong attack is really good there, and was what was able to secure that round.
Cove trying to wait just to finish off Akma in under 20 seconds.
I
Gets
back
on
up
the
at
board.
4 each.
Cove getting clean, gets an S spin. Akma waiting. Has a B2B of 9.
Oh, the beautiful ice spin.
I didn't see that, but Akma getting a misdrop on the L piece.
And now it's back into a neutral spot. Both players pretty far down at the bottom of the board.
Cove doesn't get the all spin, but tries to downstack at least.
That was a tough misdrop there. Barely able to find a down from it. And by barely, I mean died.
Barely human died. And also, if you didn't see Akma, even if he didn't KO Cove with that spike, he has a B2B of 8 in his pocket, so it's still really deadly.
And you can see by Aqua's playstyle, like, he relies a lot less on the, like, attacks from quads and T-spins to kill, but, like, will prioritize building up using those all minis, and so they aren't going to be sending a lot of attacks kind of in the middle of the game. We'll be doing quads and T-spins, obviously, but a lot of the pressure from Aqua is going to come from the ability to just really quickly bring up the surge value and apply pressure from that.
That is true. And as you said, now Akma having a back-to-back of 10, going to 13. What is he gonna do? Breaks the surge on, I think it was 17, if my eyes stand corrected.
It was like 13, I think. But what Aqua's really good at, and you'll see if you watch him play, is that when he sends surges, he is always going to be sending them during another attack, right? it's not just going to be sending the surge off in the middle of nowhere. It's going to be used to like cap off a spike, right? You're getting a spike from like maybe you set up a quad T-spin, and then you're going to also send off during that attack, right? You can see it right there. The surge came out from Akma, and then immediately an Akma does a T-spin and 2 quads. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
like
just the pressure from the surge, which on its own isn't terribly strong. When it's only like 10 or something, that's a survivable attack. When you build it up with 2 quads and a T-spin, you can't survive that.
yeah, especially that 18 back to back. There's almost it's always death almost, unless
Indeed,
you
just
have
take
something
out
to
the air
end
from
with.
Akma.
Now we have 4 on 8. Cove need to find some answers here, answers with double daggers, but Akma waiting for the right moment.
Akma doing that plonk, wants the garbage, finds it open well. And that's a situation, right? You saw those 2 T-spins into a quad, breaks back to back because that surge is enough to cap up the attack to win. Oh, I'm
Also
loving
the
Akma's gameplay here.
Also, the timing on Cove's board where he doesn't have any attacks to defend it with is a really smart play to do.
Mm-hmm. One thing you'll notice from top players is they know it's not about the strength of the attack, it's about when you send it. And now Akma on to match point after having a tough beginning, right? It was tied at 4 each earlier. And now has run away with it, has found the stride, is looking to secure their spot into winners finals.
But we'll see. Maybe there's gonna be a miracle with on Cove's side. Gets
Oh, and the
gets
attack's so strong here from Akma.
and also finds the clean garbage.
Then
Akma in a little bit of trouble right now, but still gets the down stack.
Akma's in any real trouble. Akma's got it.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, Akma. That's on me.
Akma, it looked tough, but Akma always had something to be able to defend an attack, right? If you were just looking at like the height of the board, it was a little scary. But Akma was ready with defense, so like it wasn't. There was nothing that you could have done there that would have been pressure enough to kill.
Cove with an ugly misdrop on the middle of the board, and Akma
11-4, clearing it out.
It's gonna be a really tough battle for Cove. So, Willie, what can you say about that match that we just witnessed right now?
Yeah, so it was interesting, right? We saw kind of at the beginning, we saw a match that was like a lot closer than you would have ever than the stats would have thought, right? You were tied at 3, goes in the lead 3-2. I think it was tied at 4, and then we saw Akma find the right footing there. We saw Akma start the pressure. We saw Akma take advantage of the timing that they're so good at, and we saw Akma just start bursting into the lead, and then just ran away with it. Kind of, I've got the stat screen up on my end though. Coke was actually faster than normal, right? Played at 3.7 pieces a second that match. Played at 161, normally plays at 140 APM. Akma also a little bit stronger than normal stats, but you can kind of see that the reason it was so close in the beginning was not that Akma wasn't doing well, but it was that like Copeland's attack was strong, right? Copeland had everything going right. Copeland was ready, and so that's kind of why the beginning was close, and I think it just started slipping at the end, and Akuma is a player who knows how to take advantage of that kind of thing.
Yes, that is true. That is true.
All right, and I think we've got our next match queued up here. Our other winner semifinal match. We've got M8 and we've got PCO.
Both are X plus rank. The stats are M8 has almost what's this?
The stats are
Five.
no different. That's kind of what you need to look at. Exact same
Oh
pieces
yeah,
a second.
exact same.
2 off on APM, which is 2 is basically 0. Um, And then 7 versus is basically 0.
In actuality, it's just a really close stat.
Very close stats. 57 global versus 87 global. It'll be a good one.
Now we're just waiting for both players to say that they're ready to start warm-ups.
Actually, we're not doing a warm up. We're skipping warm up. The players don't want warm up, and so we're getting right into our
Oh.
set here in just a few seconds.
And now we're just going to start.
Yep, and here we go. We've got early O. We know what that means.
It's either DPC or stick spin.
SDPC. No, M85 does extended SDPC spin. It's like, it's messed up. It's disgusting. It's messed up and evil.
Yeah, that's true. Even in ranked, people are just hating this strategy that it's being used right now by M8.
And what you'll notice, I don't know how much you've watched this player. You're gonna, if you don't watch him a lot, you'll be very impressed by M8's ability on Surge. It's gonna be a good match. You're gonna be seeing some big numbers on Surge here.
Let's see if I can witness that on round 2. Night.
Look, I'm just saying the last Radiant I commented for, M8 had like definitely a 40 Surge at one point.
Did he break that surge or?
I think yes. Oh, that's tough there. Had to kill Surge early because they had too much pressure, but it was good that they had enough Surge to be able to do that.
And still gets the round. M8 2-0 over PCO.
And I lied about it being 40. It was like closer to 50, which is like disgusting. Oh, that's a beautiful spin there.
PCO solves his problems.
I love this game. If you can't tell, it's beautiful and wow.
Beautiful and stressful at the same time.
Yeah, you've described that game really well.
Yeah, you gotta love it and hate it at the same time. But PCO, very pressured by M8, gets a 3-0.
And what you're gonna see here is while the players they're playing slower than you like normal players play, or normal players at this level play, right? Like you're seeing some mid game at 2.5, which like their profiles show they can play 3. But I think these are two players who kind of feel better on a slower game than on a faster game.
Yeah. I think they're just playing for efficiency. That's why they're slowing down.
Oh, 2 quads there make a really good recovery.
Very nice from M8. Also has a back-to-back of 5.
Yeah, and isn't going to be breaking that anytime soon, I don't think. Doesn't even break it.
Doesn't need to, but the pressure from just down stacking.
Yeah, wins with 9 in the attack.
PCO, I think that was an Imperial Cross if I'm not mistaken. Break Surge from PCO. M8 trying to find a down stack but doesn't quite get it. Now PCO on the board 4-1.
Indeed so. Do we see that find the footing there? Oh, an unfortunate misdrop there. Is just gonna keep back to back because sure, why not? And greeted a little bit too hard.
Still PCO gets the round. Only 2 more just to follow, just to catch up to M8 at this point.
Yeah, and that mistake, that was entirely because of M8's mistake there, not because of, I mean, obviously PCO had to have an attack to capitalize off of that, but the opportunity was created by M8 there and their own mistakes.
It's like there's no actual mistakes, just the missed drops are just being opportunities for all spins.
Yep. What I do see though is that M8's like greeting a little bit too hard. Wants to keep back-to-back walls a bit high, and so I think that's kind of leading to some unfortunate things happening here.
Yes. And PCO trying to claw his way back on in this tournament.
A mistake from A with an overdash there, but the pressure's too strong, 211 APM from that point. The 74 attack at 11 pieces, that's kind of hard to survive.
It's really hard to survive, especially without anything to defend it with.
Indeed, so now we're running another extended here.
And PCO trying to do a TKI. Will it be enough to survive the pressure? It will be enough.
Surge is at 11. Build the...
Oh, it's gonna be very dangerous. And I think the danger has caught up to PCO, but defends it really well.
On
Gets
the
a down
defense, I think
stack.
the danger's on M85's side. It's got a way to go to get to that down stack.
True.
Burns it in a bad way, but you had to do it there because the attack coming in was too strong. If you don't do that, you're top out before you get to the better down stack.
Now
Want some
M8
coverage there.
leading. Doesn't even break back to back. Still gets the round 6-3.
You don't need to there. What you'll learn from M8's playstyle is if they're at 6, they are never intentionally breaking that back to back. They want more than 6. You do not want to only stop at 6.
Now M8 trying to find a very good stack with this very weird piece sequence. PCO. trying
PCO
to
played
also-
really slow there. It was like looking, it was like really hunting for something.
I think he was trying to like find a way to do a really good spin just to get Surge.
There
But
was PC
PCO
party there, so it could have been that too. And oh, that was a beautiful imp cross.
Imperial Cross.
Imp cross into the quad well is like pretty darn strong.
Yeah, plus he breaks Surged whilst doing so. Now PCO doing another TKI against Freestyle. But has to break
PCO into the
Surge.
quad well. Oh, that's what's
Will
clear on the
PCO
top.
Will PCO get this down stack ready? But no! M8 finishes him off 7-4. Can PCO...
Yeah, the 21 spike came in from M8 there, and PCO was high enough on the board that like even a 10 spike would have been enough to easily kill. So an 11 spike is overkill.
I think M8 is just trying to make sure that he wins this round. Because it's really dangerous. Players in this level just claws their way back, even if it doesn't seem like they will.
Indeed, things can turn so quickly in top level Tetria that like you can't let your guard down.
That is true. Now M8 looking for a TST, but PCO with a really pressuring board. M8
Really
trying
good
to
from M8 had a survival that like and that required doing that down stack in a really weird way and found it, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately.
It's really scary to see or to hear the sound of Surge while you're on top of the board, but these two players are just wishing their way through the Surge, you know.
hmm Especially like the sound that it makes when you're behind by 8 or more is like it's scary.
Is it just me or does it have that shouting sound?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna be real. The first time I ever heard the surge, the sound that like it makes when you're 8 ahead or whatever in surge, I thought it was my mom calling me from the other room.
Yeah, it was really scary when I first heard it too. I was like, what the hell is shouting? Is it from the game or people outside fighting?
Like I actually took my headphones off and like left my room because I thought my parents were calling me out because like it sounded like it was saying my name and I got really scared.
And then you're just gonna get like spiked so hard with like 17 lines being sent to you.
Mhm.
Both players on a relatively safe space, but M8 trying to find and trying to be efficient with an eye spin, but PCO sending so much cheese on his way.
Indeed so.
Nightmare sending so much, but PCO also sending so much. Nightmare Moon claws
That's
his way
beautiful
back.
concept.
Very good down stack by these two players right now. Gets the efficiency out. Sets up for the Imperial Cross to a Fractal. Let's see if PCO can defend this, which he probably can.
Nope,
And he
not on the cards. It's
now
9 to
on.
5.
We have 9 to 5 on the board, as you said, Willie.
We're seeing that extended. PCO's got the fractal. And neither player wants to be the one to go first. One of them's gonna have to.
Anytime soon, boys. Anytime soon.
I don't like that L placement from an 8 there. I would have. I guess you put like that prop up. I don't play that opener enough to know that then. I would have Beatles ZST.
I may try to prophesize and still gets the prophecy off.
Does a little bit of spinning with that T.
Just trying to enjoy the tournament as it is. Now,
I think it's
is it
breed a little bit too hard.
Yeah, actually, he found himself like on the top of the board just trying to spin his T so many times.
Early out again, so we get to see another extended.
An extended versus a DPC. Just a regular one. M8 has 9 back-to-backs. Going 10, going to
It's not
11.
gonna end anytime soon. At 13 already. Is it gonna end now because PCO's center wall is like too strong? But now that that center wall has been attacked, can send with a 20 attack. Unfortunately, doesn't have kind of the pressure to go down. That's the big difference between like how you saw Akma's like smaller surges, like the kind of 10s, the 13s were killing, but that 17 didn't. And the difference is having the pressure then after your to make the surge not the only part of your attack. That's kind of the key thing that some people don't realize is you need to have a cap to your surge.
And
And
right
so
now, both
17
players,
didn't kill because of that reason.
PCO gets that round. Trying to claw back on the 2-game deficit. Or 2-round deficit. I'm sorry.
Indeed, so we're close to the end here, but it's still either player's game.
Because as you said, their stats are actually almost the same. But Nightmare Moon gets the spike up. Now on match point over PCO. Will PCO find a miracle? He needs some answers right now.
I don't think it's in the cards. I mean, it's got this here.
We'll see
The
another
pressure coming in is
extended.
way too strong.
Oh, but the surge.
Maybe not. Surge was off, and PCO's in the lead here.
PCO with so much clean garbage to work with. Pr- Pressuring Nightmare on the top of the board, but still gets the down stack.
I mean, then became
Nightmare.
the one with more of that clean there. Working through it now. Has to get down, and I'm worried that it's going to be greeting a little bit too hard.
But we're gonna see if M8 is going to go down, which he probably can. Still has that back-to-back of 3. Waits for the attack of PCO.
Hmm.
Brick Surge. Both players doesn't want to falter anytime soon. PCO trying to guard with his life because this is tournament life right now. But Nightmare gets the game, sends so much lines and pressures PCO to the top of his board, and that's gonna be GG's 11-7 for the victory of M8.
Yeah, 11-7 is a nice score there. Both players kind of on the post-match stats had really similar stats throughout that match, kind of as we would have expected from their profile. But it felt like I was watching two very different players play. Right, you have M8 with like focusing on kind of high surges and attacks like that, and PCO kind of playing more with a consistent approach. Either way, I sent one of them to winners, and now we're going to be moving on to our loser side for top 8.
So now we are just waiting for the players of the losers bracket top 8 first match. While waiting for the players, Willie, do you have any predictions on who is going to be on the top 2 spots of our tournament?
Top 2 in general?
Yeah, top 2 in general on
It
who's gonna face each other. Plus, if we're gonna have a very awesome bracket reset at the end of the tournament.
it's hard to imagine Ahmad doesn't win in winners finals. It's very hard to imagine that. Um, and so I feel like Ahmed's gonna be on our winner side. It's hard to imagine otherwise. I could see either PCO or Coke Holden or Nightmare. I could see really any of those three being the ones. I, mean, I could see PCO doing it. I could see Hugh doing it, and I could see and really I could see any of our top 4 being on the other side of it.
Yes, but we will see on the last match of our tournament. But right now on your screens, we have the stats of the next match, which is Moomd versus Ashibara.
Hmm.
What can you say about these two players, Willie?
To be honest, in my knowledge, I have never seen these players play. Um, if I do, I'm not remembering it. So I'm kind of gonna be a little bit of a mystery for me coming into this because I'm not familiar with their games.
Yeah, but looking at their stats, only they're only one seed away from each other, like seed 6 versus seed 7. Now put your predictions in, everyone on chat. They're both X rank. Stats are pretty much almost the same, but Moon is probably about zero point 0.7 PPS faster than Ashibara. I don't know if that's going to be very significant. What do you think, Willie?
Um, So we do have a speed gap here. We have a speed gap and we have a stat gap. A little bit, but the thing about this is like players who get here with lower speeds kind of thrive in that environment, right? They thrive in the environment of being the slow player, waiting for the faster player to make mistakes and capitalizing on those mistakes. So people who are able to do that, right? You can't really attribute someone's you can't. It's hard to attribute someone having a slower speed to like them being a worse player, right? Because if they're there, they know how to play with a lower speed.
Yeah, lower speed usually is equal to more efficiency, and as you said, slower speed wins. Ashibara wins that warm-up match.
And just from that preview, I feel like I'm really excited for I feel like I'm really excited for Ashibara's abilities there. I'm seeing some really cool back-to-back building going on there. And so going into this match, I feel like I'm actually really excited looking at this and seeing kind of okay, we're gonna be seeing that kind of as a theme for this match.
And as you said, now we go. Ashibara is, I think this is going to be MS2 for an opener. Mooned
Mhm.
playing very carefully, trying not to send too much clean lines, but Ashibara sends so much pressure early on and gets the first round.
Indeed so, and yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for this now that I've seen these players kind of get started. Mr. Sharp from Ashikaga there.
Because, even if it's slow, you can still learn something from it. The efficiency of both players, trying to think what's the best possible stack or just placement of the pieces that they have right now.
Indeed so.
Now Moomb trying to go and stride his way up the top. Ashibara in a little bit of trouble, but I think gets the down stack, finds a Z spin triple. Moomb breaks 12 surge, but Ashibara easily defends himself.
Yeah, Ashikaga's got a nice swell there. Burns out the 7.
Ashibara just trying to wait it out, trying to find the right opportunity to send all of the pressure to Moomd. Now Moomd trying to upstack, defends that pressure from Ashibara, but Ashibara trying to pressure Moomd. Moomd gets the combo down stack and gets the round as is.
Yeah, really good attacks there.
So Willie, what can you say while watching these two players go head to head, even if they're playing for efficiency, not speed or APM?
You're right. So it's kind of I haven't been able to look too much on the right side of the board here. I am still noticing kind of that focus on back to back from Akibara there, and has had some like really cool plays with that. Yeah, it really is a game where both players look to be efficient players. Right there, you see Akibara again finding that triple on the Z spin. Those are always really cool to find.
Now both players with almost on the bottom of their rails, but Moon trying to dig their way on the bottom, breaks their surge.
Neither seems to be overcommitting to attacks, which is a mistake you see a lot. The players will just kind of like really hone in on getting an attack out and kind of overcommit a little bit, trying to send too much pressure. But here, you kind of got it's a different situation here because you've got You got players who kind of know that if you overcommit to an attack, you might end up dying before you get to it, and you're kind of seeing that kind of a play style come out a little bit, where waiting for the right opportunity to attack rather than just sending as much pressure as possible.
That's also called timing, right? In Tetris terms.
Yeah, people use a lot of different words for that. It is timing.
Yes. Both players now trying to wait each other out. It's really being a staple in this tournament that they're going to wait each other out and then just wait for someone to send something and just counter spike. But now Ashibara having a 14 surge. Moon just trying to defend it and still defends it and also gets the match. Now we are on 1-4 in favor of Moon.
If we'll see, we're hoping Ashibara is ready to take them here, because Ashibara loses too many more points. It'll start to become a deficit that is just really hard to come back from.
It will also be what do you call this? An advantage to Moon because oh my god, Ashibara just sends so much 231 APM and gets the round.
It was a 50 spike there, I just want to say. 50, that's like more than 3, and so I can't count that high, but like, holy crap.
Dude, I'm gonna ask you, how will you defend that if you're on the side of Moon?
You don't.
You don't.
It's hard to take, right? It's hard to take a 50. You have to have some pressure, like, to be able to defend a 50 spike. Here's what it takes, right? That's 2.5 boards of garbage. You have to have to be able to defend that. You have to have already sent pressure to your opponent, right? Because some of that 50 has to not make its way to you. Then you have to like take some of it, and then like cancel the rest of it, and then take some more and cancel the rest. A good couple times, and you have to hope it's clean enough where it opens squad walls on the way down, because if it doesn't, you aren't defending a 50 spike.
And with that, now Ashibara is trying to claw his way onto the board with a 3-4 with a 1-round deficit. Let's see if Ashibara can continue this momentum that he has, or that they have.
Yeah, and we're seeing some plonking here. Nobody wants to go first.
I actually lost a TL game just because of waiting.
It'd be like that.
Now I think both players are on their comfortable top speeds, if I'm not mistaken.
They're starting to move now, and you can see kind of what they're capable of in terms of speed.
But as you said earlier, speed isn't everything when it comes to these types of matches. It's anyone's game. Moon being pressured by Ashibara. Both players trying to claw their way to the bottom of their board, but Ashibara has that clean and sets up for an STSD. Can this STSD be a game changer? No, it cannot.
Yeah, it won't be. And it's interesting, too, because we're at, like, such a close match score anyways, too. It's going to be a long match. I'm excited for it. Ashibara's got that nice key spin minis to be able to build that surge up. Sends it at 8. That was a good send.
And just sends everything that he has and puts the match 4-on-4. Let's go. More Tetris to come. DPC versus TKI right now. Moon trying to claw his way on the bottom, but Ashibara is in a bit of trouble, and it does kill Willie. It does kill. off to a really great start. No advantage almost for both players, but Moon, I think... Did he misdrop? He misdrop, right?
It definitely looks like a misdrop. I didn't quite see it. It's hard to imagine that was intentional.
Now Ashibara on the top of their board, and Moon just trying to get closer and closer to that match point as of this moment. Let me ask you this, what do you call this, Willie?
Yeah.
If you do DPC or just do the SDPC normally, do you start with O on the left or O on the right?
I only know stick. I don't know SDPT, but I always will do it on the right side. I will always put the L on the right side. I do not know the finesse to be able to put it on the right side. Or I don't know the finesse to put it on the left side, so I always put it on the right.
Oh, okay. Now both players, Moon building up the surge, Ashibara just trying to survive everything that Moon gives him.
Yeah.
Finds a TSD, finds the quad. Willie, can you even comprehend what's even going on either of the boards?
It's some crazy gameplay happening, right? We're seeing both players have the back-to-back starting to build up. That's an unfortunate misdrop from Ashibara's side, but wins it because on the right side there, just like it was too high up.
That is true. Now Ashibara on the board, clawing his way back in this tournament. Moon just trying to wait it out, but Ashibara gets the PC.
Oh, lots of thin there, I think, but I think it was like I think it was I and a thin there, but it was too high up to be able to go for that.
In actuality, it is really high.
Here we go, TKI from both sides.
But Moon misdrops a couple pieces, but easily claws his way back.
I think that's the theme we've been seeing here is just like a bit higher than average misdrop rates on there. Just kind of causing some problems there for everyone.
Ashibara needs to break that surge in order to get down. Moon just trying to pressure Ashibara at this very moment.
Indeed so.
But find so much donations. I think there was 3 TSDs ready just to send.
Absolutely disgusting.
Disgustingly beautiful, my brother. Disgustingly beautiful.
Indeed so.
Now Moon doing TKI with Ashibara, just defending everything that is being sent to him. Still defends everything right now.
You can see the APM gap in this match. We've been sending a lot of attack. Ashibara is just kind of on the back foot defending it, but not able to get the attack off on their own.
Yes, that is true, but you know, Ashibara needs to find some answers in order to send and go for the offensive, which I think he is doing right now.
Absolutely, that surge is getting scary. It's going to be hard to defend 19.
Oh! Goes up to 20. Will we see a huge spike of surge in this tournament? So counting 24, 25
But if it brings it into a 40 spike, Ashibara survives.
Ashibara survives that.
It's that kind of key play where, like, Ashibara got the pressure off, so it forced Ahmed into sending that as a more of a defensive play than an offensive play, which is what caused that surge not to kill.
How is Ashubar still alive after all of that? My
And
god,
absolutely
player
brilliant
again.
down stacking is the answer. Down stack that I could never have seen coming.
Same here, same here. Now, Ashubara finds a Z spin triple. Moomed, going for the double daggers, gets the quad, pressuring Ashubar, but Ashubar still with those clean lines.
Mhm.
Sends Moomed sends almost nothing to Ashubar's board because of the defense. But now, still, man, still defends it. But now, looks like it's gonna be close. And that's gonna be a finish on Moomed side, 5-9.
Mhm.
Moomed sends a TSD, while Ashobar just always defends it. But now Moomed
Indeed.
having B2B of 10. Will we see another huge spike from Moomed? Needs to break in order to survive. Ashubara sets up a TST, but is a little bit greedy and knocks it down. And now we are in match point.
Match point already. 5-10, it's going to be a little bit of a struggle for Ichigo to come back from it.
Ashabara finds that double daggers, but Moomed is ready to counter that with a TST to quad TSD, and that's game, folks. With 261 APM for the last round on Moomed, 11-5 points. Wow, what can you say about that, Willie?
Yeah, it was a good match. I'm surprised it wasn't closer. Is kind of my one takeaway. I think is I would have expected this match to be a little bit closer than 11-5.
With that in mind, in the stat um in the post match, we have 500 lines sent by Moond over Ashubara. 1,781 lines sent versus Ashubara's 1,249 lines sent. That's a really huge deficit.
Yep, indeed so. And I think we've got our next match already kind of right queued up. We've got Hugh and Nara.
So right now we have Derpy versus Nara, Seed 5 versus Seed 8.
And here we go right away into the warm up. And yeah, we're seeing Hugh running that same. We're seeing Hugh running that same SDPC spin they were doing in that earlier match. But Nara has the counter pressure. And so maybe a piece of what's to come here as we get ready for the match in proper. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and they are off for our first to 11 in our second losers top 8 match.
Derpy gets the first point of this match.
Yeah, we're both seeing that Owen sent to that side. Both do an SCPC spin. You see, their boards are mirrors of each other. They played every single piece the same in that beginning, like 28 pieces.
But Derpy sends so much pressure to Nara right now. But Nara easily defends almost everything. Let's
And
see
he's
if
not already needs to get to that well and finds it.
Nara can just claw his way down, and he can. Now Derpy gets that prophecy off. Sets a TSD. Now we're really seeing some efficiency with speed, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed, so as we move into mid-game, past the first minute.
Now the gravity is going to get a little bit tricky right now, but it's just still gonna be easy in this level of play for these two players.
At the speed they're playing, gravity doesn't affect them.
Both players are both on the safe side. Derpy sets up a TSD, but Nara sends first.
Nard was looking to transition into that well while holding backpack. Didn't quite have the ability to do it, so broke at 8.
And now Derpy trying to claw her way back onto the clean, but there's just so much cheese. It's really annoying to see.
Indeed, so and now it's 1-1. Here we go. We're seeing that SDPC sim. We're seeing it on opposite sides.
And waits for each other on the same time too. But Derpy needs to break in order to survive, but doesn't quite get her way to live another day. Nara takes that point 2-1 over Derpy.
Indeed, and if that's any indication for how things are to come, we could be looking at some really close kind of. We're looking at a lot of jostling for position throughout the match.
Nara just sending so much pressure to Derpy as of the moment. Derpy just clawing her way down to those clean, but Nara finishes her off that easily. Well, not easily, but it's still difficult.
With some good power there too. Now it's 1-3 going into match number 5.
And again, DPC both boards.
And they both built it. They both played through those first 4 bags the exact same. Had the open well off on that right side after the color clear. When you see exactly mirrored openers, there's always a lot of chance for counterplay, and that was kind of something you saw there, where like, all right, both players kind of playing the same, but it means they're all getting a lot of pressure, they're all sending a lot of pressure. Now it's going to be 1-4.
Another same board state for both players.
Indeed so. That's a really big well on that column 1. It's going to be hard to get to it though. Narison's out of 27, but it's survivable.
Derpy sends so much, but almost sends nothing because of the defense.
Indeed so. It's good long pressure here on both sides of the game.
Nara with a little bit of a hiccup, but still gets the down stack.
That hold is not very good.
That's a really ugly hole on the 9th column, right?
Yeah, and it moves it into Nara's 5th point there.
It's really hard to access that part. Now both players again with a DPC.
That would be
Very,
Hugh's second point there.
very smart decision making by Derpy on breaking her surge. Both
Now we're
players
going to be seeing that weight in game, aren't we?
again.
One of them's going to have to go first.
And Nara takes that first step. But Derpy has an answer for that.
And it wasn't an easy down stack. It was a little bit of a complicated down stack there, actually. But you were able to find that perfectly and is now ready to move into an attacking spot with that crazy column 9 and a decent multiplier to bring that into a 22 spike. But an unfortunate misdrop is going to end that round for Hugh and put Nara on the 6th point.
Now Derpy needs to find some answers here. Needs 4 rounds just to catch up to Nara.
Indeed so.
Both players are in back-to-back 8s. Now back-to-back 9s. Who's gonna break first? Is it Nara or is it gonna be Derpy? It's gonna be Nara.
Nara had to there, not because of any attack reasons, but just because that board state would not have really produced any spin that would have been reasonable to go for.
And with that, Derpy gets around. Only 3 more rounds just to catch up to Nara. Will we see a miracle here, folks?
Yeah, well, we're seeing a different opener than Hugh normally goes for. I'm not familiar with this one, but it's good because we're bringing it into a 4 combo multiplier on the quad.
And Nara trying to find his way down, sets up a double daggers, gets it. Sets up an all spin, breaks surge, and finishes Derpy off.
Our pressure now, it's 3-7, just 4 more points for Nara.
Lol, Derpy just says GG on chat, but realized that she's in a
Yeah.
first 11 match.
Oopsies. Hey, you haven't played Tetris. If you, like, in the process of going from, like, SS to U rank or whatever, if you don't make the mistake at least once of forgetting that, oh, we're playing first to 7s now, it'll happen to you eventually.
Yeah, it's really funny to call it GG's when you have like 4 more rounds to play. But even so, Derpy gets her name on the board. So what are you gonna do now? Both players waiting for each other. Nara breaks first.
He's got a good well though. 20 spike and still has some impact left. Both on good back-to-back counts here. He's gonna set up at 9, and Nara doesn't feel it at all. That attack is really strong. There comes the surge, almost a whole board of garbage. Incredible defense to be able to stop that from killing.
Wow. Just some beautiful Tetrising right now, bro. And also that's the thing that you were talking about earlier, that that defense on that type of surge where it seems like there's no defense, but with a little bit of calculations you can actually defend it.
You can go a lot further than people think by, like, you tank some, then you downstack it, because you get, like, some lines down just to, like, have more room to tank some more, but then you also send some pressure, because you're canceling things, so it's like, it is possible to clear some of those bigger ones, even when you wouldn't think it would be possible.
But as we saw, Derpy showed us the impossible is possible. Now, is it possible for Derpy to climb back, to claw her way back into this tournament? This is tournament life here, folks.
Indeed, so we're in loser's bracket, so loser is eliminated from the tournament, but that's going to be a hard defense, and Hugh has a lot of room to make up, needs 7 points, and can only give up 2. But here we go. No early O.
Oh, that was the opener that you were talking about that isn't really known.
Yeah, it's something I've seen before. I'm sure people who are better than me know it, but seems to be Hugh's opener of choice when they don't have the O to be able to open with an SDVC.
I need to know how to do that, actually.
It does look like one that is very worth learning.
Yeah. I'll ask Derpy after the game.
And the 16 surge didn't even need to be sent to put Nara onto match point. Hugh needs 7, and it's looking very tough to be able to keep 7 up.
Will we see a miracle tonight or today, folks? Let's just see if it happens. Now Nara just waiting. Both players waiting for each other on who sends first.
Nara's gonna go first. Up in the
Nara's
overhang. Wants to take garbage before doing it, though. Oh, but that's a misdrop. Has to burn off that surge early. Finds the opening in the well, though, and now is back down to the bottom.
Cancels everything that Derpy send. No,
A
Nara.
mistake there on the imp cross, but is able to find a decent recovery for it.
And now Derpy looking a bit scuffed. Will she get out?
She's...
Oh no! Is this gonna be tournament life? And it is! That's GG's, everybody.
Yeah, had to use the IPs in, like, kind of to clear a line to stall, and unfortunately, that ends that match. Therefore, you out at 8, and Nara's going to be the one moving in to the finals.
Yes, folks, and now I think we're going to the next round, and I think we're gonna switch casters right now. if I'm not
Yeah, that is
mistaken.
unfortunately the end for us two today. We're going to be bringing on two new folks to close out this tournament for you. We've got 6 more matches to bring y'all folks, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be moving into our next round shortly, but just as I said earlier, thanks y'all so much for being around. And it's good to see y'all. Take care.
Yes, thank you everyone, and now we give the mic to the next batch of shoutcasters. Thank you everyone. Stay safe.
Yo, I'm a jelly canapé. That's crazy. Hello, chat. Hello. So we have Moon and Cove Holden, GLC and Limit. I'm alone. It's okay. We ball. Hello, spiky word. Okay. Yo, that's crazy. I'm both Hush and Willy. That's insane. I am. Hello, chat. Hello. How are we all doing today? Okay, so here we have Moon versus GLC. Okay. Me when who the fuck is that is so real. Moon and GLC, very appreciable. Both are of course equally good players. Some from my I would like to argue that Limit is very much underranked. Why is he only S rank? This is very unreal. Okay. This is loser quarter? Is it loser quarter or loser semi? I don't know my brackets. But yeah, S plus versus S rank, the stat difference definitely shows very similar stat. Yeah, very similar stat. So I guess that's how they go. That's why I said Remit should have been S plus. Alright. Warm up. Yeah, I agree. Moom should have been S plus indeed, yeah. Oh fuck, okay. Losers round 5. Moom faces Jealousy. We'll just see how it goes. Alright. So we have, okay, Moom choosing to plonk. They did say, if I recall, that they were gonna take it slow. So we'll see how that will go. Sometimes taking it slow cannot work if you don't know how to properly plonk. So I do find that very interesting, of course. The Fractal from Moom, JLC already broke their back-to-back. However, they do have some nice combo going. Moom having forced to break their back-to-back also is a very good sign for JLC. Bit of cheese for both sides though. Very early cheese. I guess this is what Moom mean when they said they're gonna play slow. Something like that. Uh-oh. That is not a misdrop that you want to see. Alright. Moom, JLC takes the first win. I'm sorry, the name confused is really getting to me. JLC takes the warm-up win, but we will see how it goes afterwards. Again, both these stats are very similar. They have about the same PPS and they have the same PPS and about the same APM. So it really comes down to how how they are both gonna be playing this at night, I would say. Okay, so a little bit of, holy shit, 31 spike for Moon, what the fuck? That, okay, sure, that's normal, yeah. Just a casual 31. Moon again with the PC. No PC, unfortunately, the eyepiece that came early enough. Slight miss on the eyepiece. I wonder if they actually keep back to back. Seems like they will. Never mind. I'll be debated. Slight high with the overhang. I mean, that's fine. However, Jealousy is down stacking. Jealousy is playing at least. He's definitely playing at a faster speed right now. I'm commentating right now. So yeah, both sides just handling it pretty well, just playing it simple, take it slow mainly. That is a very nice don't know from JLC there with a very nice downstep up from Moom. Oh, Moom greeted a bit too much. So, okay, now Jealousy is playing the waiting game. It was Moon who did it during warm-up, however Jealousy is playing back. The question is how well will this work? That O was not meant to be there. The instant O misdrop, the rotate penny, and the instant speed up is a normal tactical trait. It's crazy. Very nice line sent from Moom there. The pull out the surge, however, not far from enough to kill and end up getting into a bad spot themselves. Moom going for TKI, Cove, not Cove, Jersey, having. I still don't know if that's speed or SDPC, man. I don't know my openness. Slight miscalculation from Jersey, probably. They don't have everything on the cover though. Yeah. Remake having a handful of mist over here, not what you want to see. Move with the overhang PCO. We love those. The upstep from GLC, having the perfect LST setup, I would say. No continuation to get that combo Tetris is unfortunate, however. However, not needed because he still gets a win. Okay. Yeah, I mean, both sides just handle it pretty well. Making it simple. Moom has the TKI, however, GLC set the curve. I don't think the surge was enough. The surge is not enough. It was a mistake, I would say. Huge combo downstep from Moom, enough to get the win. What do we have here? A very clean opener from Moom. So far, I don't see anybody do any all-spin opener yet. Maybe someone did while I was commentating. Ooh. There was a color clear for Moom and a continuation into the IP is crazy. PC? A second? No second. Weaker eye chat. Moon finding their way out into that with a combo is quite impressive. Jesse having pretty good stacking here, has the surge ready up, uses it immediately. Sends out cheese basically, a lot of cheese. Oh my goodness. I should have got water. Damn it. Bit scary for JLC, they don't have anything here. Moon has 5 seats. Surge build up. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. 31 again. 33. Not enough to kill. Very impressive downstep though. Bang goes the Tetris pieces. Something like that. Moom again having really good surge here. Had to breaking them though. I don't know if I like that play. Bang bang. Bang again. Oh, unlucky missed off of Moom there. No PC to boot also. Oh, barely finds their way out of that issue, but yeah, that is not what you want to see. 20 though, 24. Missed the most out of their mistake, I would say. That miss drop is rough. That wins up brings GLC to 5-4. GLC with a pretty nice stack here. Why is my nose stuffy? I don't like this. Very nice fight from Jersey here. Although unfortunately missing out that surge into this that is kinda unfortunate. Well, better if Jersey makes to follow to the surge and get into the Tetris with the combo at least. But hey, it happens. 9. Ooh, 9 surge and an immediate break, hoping that will be enough to deter a little bit. Fortunately, nothing. I wouldn't say. I know that nothing good ever comes out for me. It's more of like hasn't been good so far. That might be that. Yep. Hmm. So what do you have here? Simple stacking from both them. Nothing. Yeah, nothing that special. Just simple Tetris gameplay. Very nice find from Moon that Jealousy couldn't find a way down out of that mist drop. Okay. Moon throwing whatever they can with the LSD, however it end up backfire really quickly. That's actually really impressive. I need to lift up my... Oh my goodness. Force surge for Moon. Not enough to kill, unfortunately. Had they started the surge earlier, it might have worked. But they waited a bit too late. Okay. Oh, 19. Bang. Bang. Okay. I mean, okay, now Chelsea has the search advantage and gets the win also. Alright. The search advantage didn't last that long. Moon couldn't get into that downstep fast enough. Okay, Chelsea has a very nice spot here. Well, that's nice now, but if they made something with it. Unfortunate miss drop, and again another drop. No way to see where your opponent has 12 surge. More like 11. My bad. Alright, again we have a typical opener from both of them. Jesse with the surge first, however, chooses to break it immediately. Jesse has a very light surge heavy playstyle. But I mean, they break their surge really quickly. Not sure why. Maybe just like seeing the opponent suffer. I don't know. What I do know is the fact that Jealous is tie. It's a tie game. I feel like Jealousy has a slight lead here in terms of just comfortability. But then again, you do miss drops like that and you end up losing the round. So, like, if you ask me, both these players are incredibly good. They are both definitely like where they belong in terms of rank. However, I hate to say that Rim is my goat, so I'm obviously biased. Real. Commentator bias is crazy. Anyway, middle stacking, 4-5 stacking might be loved. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything, no. Okay, JLC going for the 4-5 stacking as well, following off PCO. It's definitely something I have done multiple times. Moom, I don't know what Moom is doing. Bonk, no PC is unfortunate. I think Moom saw the visions rightly there. Chooses to break. I'm not sure if he meant to break that, but it was a misdrop. Yo, look at that. 21. Again, no PC for Moon. We're having like the box shape, but no PC is so unfortunate. Seems like Jersey takes the loss here. 11-7 GG's. Good match to both players. Remit the carry. I love Remit. Holy shit. I'm gone. No. Oh, I'm back. Hello, chat. Hello. That was funny. I was gone. I'm not sure where I went. Disappeared. Okay, wait. I'm gonna get water. Give me a moment. Alright, we have Misty and Naga. C8 versus C3. This again is gonna be a very interesting match. But I would say it's very interesting because like I'm not expecting much from Naga. However, Naga did beat Haju, and that alone is that alone is very solid, obviously. A bit greedy from Naga there to get this win. However, it is Misty. And like Misty is one of those few people where you really should never underestimate. That like Misty is definitely one of those people where you should never underestimate because I don't remember anymore. They are crazy good at the game. Cause alright. Good have fun to both sides. Misty taking the warm-up win. Apparently Misty said they haven't played in 5 days, so that gotta count for something. 12 from Naga. 14 breaks the surge enough to kill. Very nice find from Naga there. A good way to start. Bonk. Oh, long time to send surge. 2 now. Like I said, Misty is a good player, but if you don't underestimate them, you can handle them pretty well, I bet. Again, Naga is also a very good player. I would say someone who I do feel like they are slightly underranked. Ooh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I feel like I don't know. Misty was in the last spot there. The attack came in just the right time for Naga. Very nice timing. Very nice timing for Naga there. Limit going for the STD route. He won. 3-1 is crazy. Okay. Ooh, huge spike. Still have the surge. It's a bit scary. Very nice find there from Misty. More continuation. Very nice. Oh my god, the all spin. The all spin goes hard. 2021, we have the beeps coming in. That is not what you hear on a normal game. Misty getting more into the bag. They are not just stopping at 28, 29. This tag is looking a little greedy to hold off. When will they break it? Chooses not to break it. What? How do you keep not the greed? Okay, there you go. Yeah, that's normal. That's normal, yeah. No, that's normal, yeah. Sure. That is the power of Surge, my ladies. Oh, that is a lot of visual from Naga. Not what you want to see after getting 31 Surge. But Naga is handling the pressure pretty well. If anything, Naga is the more aggressive player of the two. But the problem is that if Naga cannot get like the early win, it kinda becomes really hard for them to actually get a proper win. That's how I see it. Okay. Oh, very nice find from Naga there. Oh, not enough pieces for PCO to survive. It's 3-4. Bang. Bang. Woo. Okay. again. Oh, PCO has a very good well here. This should be enough to kill. Yep, it is. Very impressive well there. I would say really lucky too. Naga going for just a try and through meter stack. I can't blame them, I do the same. Well, I would do the same if I was better at this game. 35! 35 down step for Misty, 5-4. Another ticket I set up for Misty. Not ticket I LST. Very quick surge over from Nara, and that missile from Misty is enough to get Nara another win, 5-5. Oh, Naga sending out impressive surge in 18, 19. However, PCO Misty is trying to keep everything under control. 29 from Naga. That's PCO has enough to survive here. I don't know. I don't think they do. Especially that old hole. Yeah, Naga sending back. Naga is sending back the message. He is not going down without a fight. Bonk. 31. And a PC, okay. Sure. Yeah. That's normal. No fucking finish! No shot! So I have fun. We love the Among Us. Seven seats. Do we get the Fable 6-9? Can we get a 6-9 chat? I would really love a 6-9. Oh. PC Misty got confused. They weren't sure what they were supposed to do. Anyway, 7-7. Oh, okay. Misty almost got fucked by the rotation system. That would be really funny. Did they still survive this? Is there survival? There's no survival. There might be survival actually. I think. Not sure. Ooh, 28 for Misty. That is enough to get another kill. 8-8. This is a close match. Wait, goes to show how good Naga is. Oh my god. 8-9. 8-9, okay. Alright. We are cooking. PCO has a very nice well here. Uh-oh. 12, 13, 14 surge. Brace the surge. Not enough to kill. 8-10. 8-10, boys. One game away from Naga. Oh, okay. There you go. I mean, impressive round here. Very impressive round for both sides. Naga might get a huge upset here though. There is a chance if they don't throw, which is unfortunately very hard to ask for. We have 9-10. Oh, both sides breaking their surge and no surge advantage for either side. So the question here relies on who can get that surge advantage back. Seems like Naga has the surge. Misty has the downstep, having to fight another pressure. It's not enough to kill, okay. Bit greedy for Misty there, but gets the... Oh, that's gonna be huge. Misty from Naga, that could be a game changer right there. Uh-oh, uh-oh. The miss hole. Naga? Okay. Caught. Oh my god, bro was spinning that so much. It scared me. Oh, that is not a good placement to put there. What is happening with these two people, man? Both these are just trying their best to do what they can with what they have. Oh, the miss! The miss hole from Naga. We're going to tiebreaker. I believe in the win. I believe the Naga win. 4-1 from PCO is crazy. That... What? No shot, you survived that. Oh my god. What? Naga. This is not a good look. What is happening? Okay. That was like, okay, right. We need to go back to the survival from PCO at the beginning though. Getting just enough combo of the forward to actually survive is crazy. Oh my goodness. GG's. Naga takes a huge upset over Misty. What? 11 to 10 on tiebreaker. Impressive stats from both people. Misty just being basically much more efficient, but it's just the timing. The timing that brings Naga to losers round 6. But I believe we will be running semi-final first. Are we running semi-final? Are we going into loser round 6? I'm not fully sure. Most normal Nagatani. Alright, we're going to M8 faces Akuma. Now this is gonna be a fun one. I think this is gonna be a really fun one. Alright. No warm up, we're going in raw. Alright, we're going in raw. Okay. Hey chat. Chat, can we like all get like a union that like after the tournament ends, I want to get I wanna play TL on stream. Can we all agree to that? Like after the tournament ends, I just wanna play one round of TL on stream. I'm hard trolling. I am hard trolling right now. Okay, anyway, so we have okay, this is not warm up. I forgot this is not warm up. It's going straight in. Akuma versus Nightmare Moon. These two players have me. Okay, look. Their stats are like completely different, I would say. Both of them are incredibly impressive. Huge TR. Huge TR difference. The question is like, can Emmett stay up to speed with Akuma? I think Akuma has the better PPS. However, Emmett might get the better efficiency. I'm not fully sure. I don't exactly remember how Akuma plays, unfortunately. The survivor is kinda crazy though. That survivor is insane. Oh, that base hole! Oh, that is unfortunate. Yes. Okay. Extended from M8. I'm not sure if that will help against Akuma, but it does look like it gets at least enough surge to counter Akuma's? Is that enough? Yeah, it's enough. Barely. It's barely, but it's enough. Okay. Another win on the back. Holy shit. The speed from Akuma, okay. Akuma is indeed faster. I guess I'm not wrong when I say that it's about if Amy can keep up with Akuma. Oh my goodness, what is this matchup? Amy is trying their best to like keep up with like the surge basically. Try to make up the lack of speed with more all spins. I like the idea. And minus a 9 surge from for Ekman for oh, that's a very nice find there. I don't know how you're supposed to survive that though. Yeah. 2-2. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. the speed. The speed from Akuma is just really hard for Emmett to actually keep up. Emmett's entire strategy is merely just to get early surge. Basically. That's what I understand so far anyway. Try to get early surge with all spin. And Emmett is a pretty good all spin player, so it definitely is a strategy that can work. Like that. Basically that's what I'm saying. Because if you get like early surge, you can somehow make up your lack of speed with it. I'm not saying it will work every time, but it can be incredibly helpful if you have to. This is why you learn your all spin skates. Oh, that is unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Akuma is disconnecting. Oh. Okay, they're back. Let's go. No disconnect. Oh my god, that's a very nice find there. I don't know how we're gonna keep the back-to-back here. Yeah, okay. That's about what I expected. Uh-oh. Have to block early, but even then it wasn't enough. Really tries to show how good, like, how important having fast speed is. It makes a huge difference. Another PC. Ooh, okay. Oh my goodness. The amount of surge from both people is really impressive. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And make questioning life decision right now. Again, going for the mirrored SDPC. Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Yeah. The speed, like Akuma's speed is just too much. Oh yeah. Yeah, you're fucked. P9. P10, yeah. I mean, very impressive showing from both sides though. Emma is handling out the pressure pretty well. Just to say that, really, I mean, I just said that. Man. Alright, GG's. So we will have our next match. Limit and Misty. That's gonna be an interesting matchup right there. That's gonna be a very interesting matchup, I definitely agree. Set me to myself. Yeah. Because this is seed 6 and seed 8 in top 4. Which is really funny. Alright, Moomed and Nala. 323, 344, and 43, 627. A 300 TR difference. Naga is just Naga. That is so real, honestly. Naga is truly Naga. Dingo did agree that Limit should have done seed 3, so that's fair. That's fair. Alright. We have Worm. We are not going in raw, chat. Okay. Very interesting start from Limit, I'm not gonna lie. Goofy ass start. Waiting for the garbage, okay. If Naga play how they play against Misty, I would say that Naga has a chance. Oh my goodness. Okay. Naga is alive. Limit, saya just wait. Bonk. Bonk. Okay. Oh, it just has a downstat there. Yeah. Okay. Warm up goes towards Naga, and we go into our first match at losers round 6. Loser semi-final, basically. I agree. No, I agree. I agree that yeah, Naga should have been seed 4. I would argue Naga is seed 5. I would say Naga is seed 5 just above or under. I'm not sure which one you think is true. But I would say Misty should be higher than Naga in terms of seeding. I would say Misty will be seed 4 and Naga is seed 5. Because I still believe that the upset, right? I still believe that that upset was a proper upset, not like a seeding fault upset. Not sure what happened to Naga there. 1-1. Oh, Naga just got terrible stacking. Okay. So the question is, can Naga get Hibit 6-6? Okay. Yeah, no, Limit, if you do that, you will be seed 10. Please stop. Not sure what happened to the stacking there. That's crazy. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh my goodness, Naga the survivor? What? That's actually really impressive. Uh-oh. Missed got from limit again. Bonk. 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 Oh. Nah, Limit had to find like the proper downstep there. Finds a good well out. Uh-oh. Slight miss drop. However, not the worst result that could happen. Obviously. Very nice find for Limit. 2-1. 2-1. Bonk. 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 I'm just bonking them. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Holy shit. Woo. 14. Oh my goodness. Why is that downstep from both people? Oh, F. Oh, that. Oh, Naga with the early miss drop, and the second just gave up. Oh my goodness, so leave me with the LSD. The LSD advocator. Something like that. Is that the right word? I don't know, man. Oh, that is not what you want to do, though. My water is so weird. I legit like whenever I drink my water, I just smell blueberries. Not blueberries, just berries in general. But it's just cold water and that messes with my brain. This is why I imagine those like air up bottle taste like. The one where like you were like they try to trick your scent by making you taste something like fruits or like sweet even though it's actually just cold water. If that's exactly what I imagine to describe, then I hate it. Oh my goodness. Okay, leave me with that miss drop. Managed to find a way to keep at least one more back to back before he break it. Okay. Yo, look at it go. Five three. Seems like Limit is starting to get away with this. Yeah, especially with that huge attack. Wait, I thought you were in TL. What? The TL game already ended? That was insane. We don't talk. We're not talking enough about limit here. This is like, I don't know what limit did during that time session. That was like crazy. What is that? That is not even a proper STSD. What the fuck? Limit. You can't just do that. Oh, it was a run. Wait, your opponent was a run. Oh, that's why. Yeah, that explains why the air game already ended. Naga is making modern art. Modern art from Naga. 7-4. I can't wait for the day where every single top 8 match in Radiant has 69 as part of like every single match has 69 at least once in the scoreline. I can't wait for that day to happen. Surely it can happen, right? Right, chat? Seven five. Ooh. At this point, I'm not even competitive properly. I'm just talking. It's like you guys watching a commentary video where it's just them yapping and like Tetris gameplay happening in the background, and I just occasionally mention about it. This is truly one of the commentators of all time. But yeah, Remy is getting chased back again. But now with that very interesting misdrop to say the least. Definitely not what you want to do. Alright, chat, make sure to learn this lesson, don't misdrop. If you ask any top player, I think most of their response would be to not misdrop. You will have to verify the information, however, I cannot verify it as I am not a top player. Oh, Limit, you have a very interesting misdrop there. Know what you want to do. Alright, second tip, don't misdrop. Yeah. You see, my first tip was to not misdrop, and my second tip was to don't misdrop. Alright, it's completely different. Trust me. Here's your coaching with me. Number one, don't misdrop. You see, like Limit almost misdropped the eyepiece there, but by just staying calm, he managed to avoid misdropping, which allowed him to survive the next attack. You see what I mean? This is why you don't misdrop, alright? It's very crucial. Slight misdrop from Limit there, but he makes do with it. And now we have... Okay, I mean, like, Limit is pretty high up the board here. And Naga has a really clean well, so this could go terribly. I stand corrected. Okay. Surge, 13 surge for Naga. Blades at 15, not enough to kill unfortunately. It's 8-8. Again, this match is slowly turning into a very even match again. Anybody could win here. 24. Very nice find from Naga to just get the extra back to back. Having to break the surge there is very unfortunate. Oh. Bonk. Bonk. Uh-oh. Missed up again. Oh my goodness. Naga is surviving by a hairline, I would say. A bit risky though. Limit has their LSD again. Break the surge, I feel like a bit too early. Should have waited for a little bit more surge. Naga couldn't find a way down though. We're going 9-8. 2 more matches for limit. Are we gonna be getting some more? Or is just gonna be this? Is limit gonna win the next 2 match and get away with it? Or will Naga pull out another upset in terms of seeding? Well, 10-8. Yeah, the miss drop was a rough miss drop. Like I said, don't miss drop. It's very important. PC. Okay. Oh, that looks like it's game. That is GG's. What a run from Naga. Impressive showing from the 8th seed. From the good Naga, that is. Alright, we're going into losers final with Emmett seed 2 and Limit seed 6, or really should be known as seed 3 Limit. Maybe seed 4 Limit. I will argue Limit is above Misty. And Misty is, I would say Misty is seed 4 and Naga is seed 5. That's how I would see it at least. It's gonna be a very interesting matchup here. But again, that's JLC. And JLC is a top 5 contender also. Seed 2 with the seed 6, all 400 TR difference. The most important difference here is definitely the efficiency. A huge efficiency difference between Mid and maybe was keep it to losers by Misty. Interesting. I mean, that is fair. No, I can definitely see Limit losing to Misty. I'm not saying that Misty is bad. I personally see Limit to be slightly higher than Misty. But they're also very close to the point where they are very interchangeable. That's how I see it, at least. I might be wrong. Do we have Amit? Oh, we do. Alright. Are we taking the worm or no worm? Okay, we're taking the worm. Amit is taking the worm. We will have either a rematch with the Amit and Akuma, or we're having a brand new set between Limit and Akuma. Who will win this? Well, who knows? Miss drop from Limit, an early miss drop to the wrist, and made with the LST. Has that combo to bring over. Perfect. Search break there, I would say. We're going into this round. Wow, that donation from Emmett. Having to break, however, not enough. The surge was just too much. I feel like that grid for the extra dono at the top was a mistake, if you ask me. Alright. Warm up takes Limit takes the warm up into our proper match. Our first to 11 in the loser final, where the winner will play against Akuma in the final to either, well, I say take, but the winner will fight against Akuma for the Radiant 133 champion. Yes. After all, this is a special Radiant. Well, not that special, but this is important because you do get the TWC points. And getting that first place is a huge point boost. Especially when it comes to low not majors. Yo, Giga with the rate of 7 people. Let's go. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, hello. We are fighting the loser final. Alright, loser final Limit versus M8. Wait, is it 5 AM for Limit? I thought it was like 3. Is it not 3 AM for Limit? Am I stupid? It's okay, Limit. I believe in your win here. I don't know. It might be 3. I mean, Australia has like 3 time zone, I'm pretty sure. Australia has like 3 time zone. I don't think it's 5 AM. It might be at most it's 3, surely. $4.10. Wait, is it actually 4? Is it actually 4 for Limit? Yo, the sleep holster goes hard. Okay. Very nice survival from Emmett there. Wow. Incredible find the downstep. Couldn't find the other though. Yeah, I feel like Limit is playing slower against this script play. He goes 4 BPS 200. That's crazy. Joining us on. I wish I know what time it is for Limit. I'm never in control. Real? Look, I am stupid, okay? I'm not keeping track with like what's happening. Genuinely, I don't know who's who. I'm stupid, alright? That makes sense. That does track. But holy hell, I'm stupid. Real? What's his fault there? I genuinely thought like the wait. Oh right, wait, that makes sense. I didn't right. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid. 6-1.6-2. Bang. Bang bang. Oh my goodness. Emmett has to find a way out of it. They did, but I don't know if they have. Yeah, they do not have the power to go down there. Too much pieces to go through and not enough space to really put them. Unfortunate. Yo, look at them go. Damn, good night. Good night reset. The meme. 2 PC for limit. Noted. Doesn't even get a back to back, but that's fine. Oh. Yo, look at them. Oh, that is a lot of miss drop. 12 surge from Emmett also. Having the perfect combo pieces to get more. We're now reaching almost 20. 20 surge, that is one whole block worth of garbage. Not enough to kill though. And a lot of free garbage. Oh, Limit getting that free garbage to their advantage. Yo, look at Limit go. Unfortunate LST though. Had to break. Oh shit. For it, Emmett is taking like not a huge lead but a big lead. Enough where a normal person would definitely start worry if Limit has waited to come back here. Then again, it is 4 AM for Limit, so yeah. Whew. Very impressive speed from Limit there. Does Emmett have survival here? Oh my god, he does? What? That survival is actually impressive. Damn. Oh, no more survivor. The IPs came in too late. Yeah, though, like, Limit can sit play for PPS is impressive. So I can't even sleep play 0.1 PPS is crazy. Boom. Okay, now this made me wonder why account has the lowest. PPS. Huh. Okay. Limit breaking the combo, the surge early. And mate trying to find some combo before they go for the down step. Ooh, very nice. Double SZ spin. Oh, a PC. And goes into LST. Okay. She's got a proper one though. Slightly rough around the edges, but oh no, Emmett! Very. Oh my god, we got the funny number, yo! Funny number. What happened to stream? The funny number broke the stream. Okay, what? It's just me. I will just assume. Oh, the funny number broke it. Let's go, chat. The funny number broke it. That is crazy. We missed one entire round. Wait, so we crash once per stream. Funny. Uh-oh. That missed got his laugh. Come on. Yeah, dot throw, very important. Emmett is one game away from going back to take revenge on Akma. Very nice 185 for Emmett. Breaks the surge, not enough to kill Limit. Oh, not ideal. Limit still has a chance though. It's far from over, even if it's one game away. A comeback only stops being a possibility when the opponent wins. Yeah. Hi. Oof. Okay. Alright. 8-10. Like I said, a comeback is only a comeback as an option only disappears when the opponent wins. That's just how it works. If the opponent doesn't win, as long as the opponent doesn't win the whole game, the comeback option is still there. Oh my goodness. 9-10. Limit is pulling back here. He is pulling back. So this is definitely like the game is not over. LST from Emmett. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, the 12th surge. The 12th surge is tiebreaker. What is this troll? What? The sleep lane goes hard. the LSD, the SDPC extended from Animate. Limit very that missile was a bit scary. They managed to make out with it though. Okay. 21. That is a very unlucky misstroke to happen. Oh my goodness. This is really intense. I don't know who will win this. I actually have no idea who will win this. Oh my goodness. The surge. Limit has a downstairs here. Cannot find the downstairs. Oh my goodness. No! GG's, what a match. Emmett takes the win after throwing a 3-game lead. Taking the game into TB. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a matchup. And we have our finalists, Emmett versus Akuma again. We're going back. Good night, Limit. Guys, say good night to Limit. Chat, say good night to Limit. What a matchup though. Very impressive showing from Limit there. Oh my goodness. Emmett almost throwing but keeping up the flow at the end. That is also really impressive. Alright, we have Akuma versus Limit. Akuma requesting the warm-up again. We are not going in raw, chat. We are going in hot and not cold. Yo, same Emmett. I'm also getting slapped. Now chat, do your prediction. If you can predict, you should predict. Yes. Alright. Good luck, have fun to peeps. Akuma versus Nightmare Moon. Who will win? The answer is, well, we will find out in hopefully 20 minutes. I don't know. Depends how well the match goes, man. LSD from Nightmare Moon. However, Akuma have the huge surge. Very nice find from Nightmare Moon there to keep the back-to-back. However, Akuma with the 10 surge. Whew, huge attack from Emmett, but he does like nothing to Akuma's bot. as standard as the PC from Emmett again, the stepper in his gameplay. Look at them go. Oh my goodness. What is happening here? How did Akma like how did Akma even survive that? What the hell? Zero three. 3 null. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what is happening right now? So both of them have a lot of the same surge. Emmett broke, but not oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that is huge. I don't think you have a downstep there. Yeah, unfortunate. Touch. Bonk. Very impressive. Like oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I'm not keeping focus. I'm sorry, chat. I have the Eeper. This is crazy. What? Okay, so Emmett with 7 surge, however, they are very high up. I would say, yeah, they needed to break. They needed to break. PC. Not enough to kill though. It's crazy though. How do you like not die? The survival is just impressive. The survival from all these players is just really impressive. Honestly. Emmett haven't won a single match in tiebreak in the grand final yet. Goes to show how like incredibly different the players are between these two. Both of these players are amazing though. Just don't forget that. Both of them are incredible. Uh-oh. Nice survival from Emmett there. Akuma trying their best to like really send a kill. Akuma going for a little bit of waiting. 37! Okay. Yeah. Sure. Oh my goodness. 27 from Emmett. Holy shit. Right, okay, I'm not keeping track with this. Okay. 7-1. 7-1. Okay. Uh-oh. Rough missile from Akuma there. Miss up for it though. How do you recover off of that missile? What? Akuma is trying to downstep here. Does he have no downstep there. 2-7. And mate taking 2 games off Akuma. That is huge. How will this go though? Yo. Uh-oh. Whiskey. Whiskey for Emmett doesn't find the downstep. Unfortunate. Oh my goodness. 32 from Akuma. 30 fucking 2. Ah, yes. 36. Yeah, this is normal. No, this is normal gameplay here. 50. 50. 2-9. Oh my goodness, bro. Akuma is running away from this, man. Amid finding 16, 17 Surge. Okay, Akuma is just playing with Surge at this point. Like, what is this Surge count? Okay. Has survivor though. Emmett has survivor. I guess the win. That is very nice. Oh my goodness. What is Emmett doing? What is that upstep? What? Yo, look at him go. Oh my god. Okay, so this matchup though, it generally feels like just a beat down. It actually just feels like a beat down, and that's GG's. What a match. What a fucking match, man. Holy hell. 11 to 3. Akuma just taking the easy win. Alright. That's Radiant 133. Radiant 133 Akuma taking the win for this week Radiant. That is impressive showing from Akuma. Basically having almost no worry and keeping their streak. It's basically is the same. The same podium as last week. What? Actually the same podium as last week. What the hell, man? That's actually very goofy. Goes to show how good these players are.
Yeah, congrats
Yeah.
to Aqua for winning and Mate for coming second and Limit for coming third. What's it? Oh, I just want to give some last words. Thank you to everyone who played, everyone who watched, of course. Thank you to Hush, Willie J, and Appy for commentating. I gotta do the shills. If you're not in our Discord, join our Discord. We run our tournaments from there. We give stream pings there. Can also just hang out and chat. And if you would like to support us financially, you can donate at this link in chat. This money goes towards funding like weekly prizes and production stuff. And yeah, and we will raid.
We're rating
We are going to raid Hot Nog, who is a commentator for HN actually.
Yo,
or actually staff
sweet.
and commentator for HN. But they are currently streaming TGM4. I have yet to really see TGM4 gameplay, so I am curious what it is like.
I actually have no idea what the hell is TGM. I just know it's like really popular.
Yeah, I have not heard the best things about TGM4, but I don't know. I haven't played it myself, so perhaps I have just gotten biased information. Anyway, thank you everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.